and then we know whether we're going or not. Right, let's see, people, what we saying. Can we hear me? How's the picture? Is everything loud and clear? Let's see what we're saying. It all looks pretty good, to be fair, but nothing coming in just yet. So let's see. Let's make sure that people are getting in the chat, and then we can see where the land lies. Now, I've just seen something, right? All the boxers are at some sort of, I don't know what they're at, to be fair, something in Turkey. And yeah, they've got quite a few of the boxers there. Tyson Fury's there, and Turki Al Sheikh, His Excellency, has just put out, I think it's an Instagram post or a tweet or something like that, saying that Tyson Fury is going to be coming back. So, yeah. Tobago, shout out. What's happening? Shout out Finland. Big up the Finns. Where's the big dog? Miss him. Yep, don't we all? What do I think of the Conor Benn against Chris Eubank Jr. rematch? Not really too bothered, to be fair. Hopefully there's no rehydration clause, and I think Eubank Jr. gets the job done again. Yeah, I think he gets the job done again. Mogans, thank you, bro. Chelsea King 879, thank you, mate. Khalid, when's your next fight, bruh? Don't know. Got no idea when my next fight is. So yeah. Would you ever fight Dean the Great? Yeah, I think most people in here already know the answer to that. I'd smash Dean the Great to pieces. Pedro and Gittins' fault. João Pedro is a signing that I'm really excited about. It's the first one I mentioned because I feel like it's the one that I know more about. João Pedro, having been Premier League proven, watching him at Watford and whatnot. Obviously, Gittins is one that is exciting, but could it turn out to be sort of Madueke just over on the other wing? I'm not sure. Why has Geordie stopped getting you on, lad? He hasn't, to my knowledge. Still doing stuff for the Pain game and whatever. Still speak to Brian every day. Yeah, literally spoke to Brian a couple of hours ago. But yeah, I don't do every episode of the kickoff because obviously, you know, you want a different dynamic and there's two Chelsea fans. So a lot of the time Josh will do it, a lot of the time I won't do it. But he still gets me to do it every now and again. Yes, Joey, big Stace in the place. Smart collab. Everyone keeps saying about a Matisse collab. Mate, I've done loads with Matisse. Like, I've probably collabed with him like 5 times, I'd say. 3, 4, 5 times. But yeah, we can do something. 100%. Big up everyone on TikTok that is following the creator. Run up the likes on there. Really appreciate it. Trying to build that TikTok account so we can bring you guys way more boxing content off of that one. So yeah. When are we getting more pods, lad? I mean, I'm podcasting all the time, aren't I? All the time. What's your dream fight opponent and location? Campbell Hatton at Stamford Bridge. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Be pretty sick. But maybe like Misfits-wise, maybe, I don't know, the Cray rematch. Maybe Dean. Not too sure. Vidal wins that one for me. No. 2-6. Shall I get the home or the away kit? Do you know what, right? I think that away kit looks absolutely lovely, the white. It almost looks a little bit silver, doesn't it? Which it didn't look straight away. So, yeah, 100%. Got any plans with Geordie for the Usyk? Sorry, people keep trying to join. Got any plans of Geordie for the Usyk Dubois fight? A watch along at Wembley. That is something that I will let Brian discuss with you guys. Noni Madueke getting sold. What do we think about it? Well, look, I think that Noni Madueke doesn't really offer the amount of running, the amount of groundwork, and the amount of distance covered per game that you need your right winger to if you're going to start Reece James as the right back, and if we're going to start him in a system where no longer are we reliant upon fullbacks bombing on up the wings. We've got wingers running at players that side and whatnot to do that. So if you start that system, then Noni Madueke is a brilliant player himself. He's a creative player himself. He's a player that can cut inside on that left foot, get a shot off, score a goal, but he's not a player that offers any protection to Reece James. And sometimes to bring the best out of one player or to get the best out of one player, you sacrifice another. And I think that to get the best out of this version of Reece James that we have nowadays, we do need to sacrifice somewhat the player in front of him. Pedro Neto has been very unselfish in doing so. Has still popped up in big moments with assists and goals. But he's done a really, really good job of helping Reece James' transition back into the team be as seamlessly as it could, right? Or seamless, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But basically, he's done a really good job of that. Noni Madueke does not do that. Reece James, I doubt, is infused to see Noni Madueke playing in front of him because he knows that Noni Madueke likes a one-on-one, he likes the take-ons, he likes to go at his man, and there's every chance that you might lose possession and have to deal with a quick turnaround, which a player like Reece James, who's come back from so many injuries and stuff like that, isn't going to be best with. So I think that having the likes of Pedro Neto ahead of Reece James is always going to be beneficial. So then you look at Noni Madueke over on the left-hand side. Well, he doesn't get the opportunity to cut inside on that sort of outside onto that left foot from that side. So I don't think he'd get as many goals or assists from that side. He will run at men. He has got that creative flair, but he does prefer to do it from the other side. So maybe Jamie Gittins is one that, might make more sense because he does it well from that side. And that's something that we didn't have in Jadon Sancho last season. I wouldn't say we had it in Mudryk when he was playing last season. So, yeah, completely different. But I think Jamie Gittins would be good. Have I got a discount for the CFC store? Bro, I actually think I do, but I can't think. I'd need to ask Josh. If you inbox Josh and said, does Joey have a discount for the Mega Store, then he'll be able to tell you. Who could we look at for the centre-back position? Now, Guéhi is highly linked with Liverpool. Just quickly, everyone on TikTok, please follow the creator. We get onto some boxing chat in a second. Who should we go for at centre-back? Do you know what? At centre-back, at this moment in time, Tosin Adarabioyo, Levi Colwill, if we can get Fofana fit, Trevor Chalobah. I'm really happy with Joshua Changpong, although he's not an out-and-out centre-back. I think we'll write. I think we could maybe look at getting one over the line, and Guéhi would have been the one for me. So maybe a Branthwaite, but I would have rather a Guéhi. So I don't know. Recency bias, but do you know who looked really good the other night was Silva, the Benfica centre-back, who was playing next to Otamendi. So, yeah, there you go. Sorry, just having a look at the thingies coming in now. What chance does Dubois have against Usyk? I think minimal. No, I don't think minimal. I think he has a much better chance this time round than he did a couple of years ago when he went out to Poland, I want to say. Did he go to Poland to fight Usyk? I believe it was in Poland. It wasn't Ukraine, I don't think. And it definitely wasn't Russia. So I think it would have been Poland. But yeah, when he went out there, he was a boy. He wasn't a man. He hadn't come of age. And I think that where he is mentally will definitely change what he does physically. Whether or not it changes it in terms of giving him a better outcome in this fight, I couldn't say for sure. I couldn't say 100%, but I hope so. I hope so, because I'd back the Brit, Dubois, but yeah. Kevin Reyes, yes, Joey, hope you're well. My brother needs some life advice. Any chance you and the chat can help? Yes, we can. Yep. Let us know what. Where's the rest of your moustache, lad? Well, I mean, it's pretty much all there to the level that I'm able to actually grow it to. So, yeah. When am I fighting next? I don't know. I don't know. I think that it's clearly not going to be that August show. Otherwise, I would know. Then I've got a baby in September. So then that rules me out for probably October, November, possibly December if they had a show on. But I'll be going in off the back of sleepless nights and fuck knows what else. I don't know, man. I don't know. I only really want like a big fight on Misfits now. Because it's not nice for your own mental sanity, to be honest, when you're taking on just saying yes basically to whatever's put in front of you. So say for example, as quickly as I said yes to Little Cray Crown 2 weeks notice, I said yes to Most Wanted, I said yes to Dave Fogarty, Dean the Great, who else, Baby Hulk, Howson, anyone that's ever been offered to me, I've said yes to them straight away. But you know, you fight who's put in front of you. Do you seriously think behind the scenes I'm going to Mams, oh go on, give me a soft touch, give me someone I'm a bit better than, give me someone. Do you seriously think I do that? Like, you know what I mean? I've never turned no one down, never nothing, never whatever. All I've done is accept the fights that have been put in front of me. So when you fight, you feel like, you know, you put a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat and tears into your training camp, and then people don't really rate your performance and people ain't really excited to see you in the next one, you can see why I might be a little bit demotivated at it. So yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. It is what it is. It is what it is. You've proved yourself on Misfits. You deserve a big fight. Plus, you've earned it. Plus, you're the most talented. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. Don't know if I am the most talented, but still, like, yeah, I appreciate it. Just fight when you're ready. Early next year, when you're a kid. Enjoy Christmas as a dad. Yes, I'm already a dad, but thank you. What did I think of Howson? Well, what did I think of him as a person? I thought he was a lovely bloke. Andy Howson was a legend. Really, really nice fella. Went down to the bar, had a drink or 5 with him after. What did I think of him as a boxer? I thought he was a very, very good boxer. I thought that he started to read stuff during the fight, and then was able to get out the way of some stuff, counter some stuff, get more success off. I am adamant that I won all 5 rounds, but he was able to find a home for a few right hands in round 4 and 5, and I thought he was very, very good. And his mind is levels beyond where his body's at right now, because obviously he is getting older and whatnot. But when I spoke to him after, he was shouting out like certain code words that we have in the corner for certain combinations, certain things we want me to do and things like that, and he had worked them all out. So he had worked them all out, and they're not things like, you know, you know, 2 if you want the right hand, or do you know what I mean? Like, it weren't like, or up on your toes or things like that. They were proper like code words. worked out, and yeah. So yeah. He was a very good bloke, Andy House, and a very good boxer. Kevin Reyes, $4.99 with the legendary super chat. As always, it's always the $4.99, and we always fucking love it. Right. His brother's got a problem. Something tells me that Kevin's brother may be a problem closer to home, eh, Kev? No, mate, joking. Met a bird, had dinners, text long, then she started to slow down on replies. Ended up ghosting and has just come back saying her nan passed. Does she deserve a pass? I think her nan's an inconsiderate little bitch. No, I'm joking. No, as if. Yeah, 100% she deserves a pass, man. Yeah, 100%. Because if your brother had met this girl and things were going well and whatever, listen, take it from someone who's had a family member pass, who's had a nan pass and taking it very hard. You go off the boil sometimes. So, yes. I think that your brother should give her another chance. However, if he carries on trying to text her and stuff and it's going slow and stuff like that, then the whole nan passing thing could have just been a visage. She might just not be interested. But yeah, no. I think, it is what it is. Few people following the creator on TikTok. Really appreciate that. We're trying to get up to 10k. If we can get up to 10k, then we can be literally banging out loads of boxing content on TikTok and on YouTube. So we'll try and do that. Great vid on your Instagram today, by the way, Joey. I can't even remember what I posted on my Instagram. That's the mad thing about my life, is to just edit up short form content, stuff like that, and then I can't even, yeah. Someone, Rip, depends on what your gut tells you, but if you see holes in a story about people in a story, people do lie a lot about passing. Yeah. Am I going to do a watch-along for the next couple of big fights? Can't really answer that question without giving too much away. So, there we go. Thank you, people, for liking the stream on TikTok. 1.8k likes. Really appreciate it. Let's get that up. Let's get it up. Mr. Flex Music said, what level are you at in boxing, bro? I suppose if I was like an amateur, I'm probably good enough on a good day to maybe win like a Haringey Box Cup or something like that. And then, yeah, on a bad day, maybe not good enough. Maybe get a bad draw and not be able to do that. But I've more got a pro style. If I was a pro, I don't know. I think if I was a pro, dedicated my whole life to it, had have started at the age I started at 20, but not took, 2, 3, 4 year breaks in between and stuff. Like, I see the Argentinian King saying something the other day, saying about actively boxing for 10 years. I actively boxed for 5 years. Bruv, I had a fight at 20, yeah? Then I had my next fight at 22. In between, I did fuck all training, right? Then I fought from like 22 to 25, so I did have like 3 years actively boxing. Then from 25 to 29, I had one fight or something like that. And then 29, I came back, and then I went Most Wanted, Baby Hulk, Cray Howson. So now I've had 4 in that amount of time. So yeah. But I ain't boxed as much as people think. When are we getting a sponsor? Probably 4 games before the end of the season. Getting a lot of people asking me my thoughts on João Pedro. I'm really excited for João Pedro. I think he can link up well with everyone really across our front line. I thought that we would see a lot more of that Enzo Maresca Leicester system where he sort of plays the two inverted tens. I thought we'd see way more of it last season. Hardly ever saw it. Saw it in pre-season in the pre-season Tour of America, but then just never saw it in the league. But then, since then, we've been seeing it in this tournament, and it might be a way of getting the likes of Cole Palmer and João Pedro into the same team. More importantly for me, Cole Palmer and Esteval into the same team. So yeah, and by doing that, maybe a winger will end up being sacrificed. So you'll have a Pedro Neto one side, but covering the other flank entirely might be Cucurella. And then we might need backup for him. But, you know, God, I don't know. Joey, are you streaming on TikTok right now? Yeah, I am on the Joey Knight Boxing TikTok. If you're watching on there, follow the creator. I really appreciate it. Who has the edge in a fight, boxer or MMA? I'd always say MMA because I'd say that a good wrestler, good martial arts fighter should be able to just fucking tackle you down to the ground, really, shouldn't they? So you would imagine that, yeah, a good MMA fighter would be able to get the better of things. Tuning in from New York, big up. Big up, New York. Love your vids, big fan from America. My first game I watched live was Chelsea, the Flamengo game. What's my opinion on Kudus? I don't think we need him now. Not if we've got Gittins. If you had said to me before we got Gittins, do you want Kudus or Gittins? I'd have said Kudus. I wanted Ryan Cherky seasons ago. There's videos of me from like 2 years ago saying, I really want this Ryan Cherky. No. City might be a problem next year, man. Matisse collab coming soon. I think it's going to have to. Everyone's asking for it, isn't they? Everyone's asking for it. Who do people want to see me collab with? Right, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom on TikTok and have a little look. The Misfits pay well, yes. But I wouldn't be able to tell you how much. Jake Parsons, how do I get an interview with you? Rock up to a Misfits event. I'll always do interviews with people and shit up there. But in terms of actually, I don't know, doing like a stream or saying my own time is just long. You and Mashtag would be jokes. Yeah. Look like Danny Drinkwater. I've had that a lot of times, to be fair. Thoughts on Eze potentially going to Arsenal? I think that Eze to Arsenal would be a really smart signing for Arsenal. I think he's another creative player from that sort of midfield along that front line. Another one that can definitely chip in with goals and assists. I actually saw Eze linked with Spurs, and I get it. They're in the Champions League. They can offer Champions League football, but the likelihood is they can probably only offer that for one season, even with Eze's contribution. Who knows? Maybe Thomas Frank could do a really good job. I wouldn't write off the possibility, but there's way more probability that Arsenal are going to be in the Champions League for a longer amount of seasons, more seasons than Spurs. So I could see way more sense in Eze going to Arsenal. And yeah, does he walk in to the first team at Arsenal? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Eze does. I think Eze's fucking class, absolutely brilliant. Joey, I could see you being a champion slap fighter when you're not boxing. None of that for me. Younes, yep, that'd be a good collab. Get on Talk Sport, bruv. Not for me. Watching from Colombia, big up. Any news about Lavia not being in training? I hadn't heard that. That would be very worrying because we don't have Caicedo. Jordan Bailey, what's going on, bro? JPCFC, is your next fight in the works? Not as far as I know, mate. Not as far as I know. Joey Knight, John Obermikel. Yeah, I'd like to do that one. I met John Obermikel once at Rio's offices. Tyson Fury has verbally agreed to come back, according to Turki Al-Sheikh. Yet, I mean, we knew he was coming back regardless, didn't we? Gingerbald Goth, Joey, thoughts on mental health? Very broad, isn't it? Very broad question. As I feel like Will in the In-Betweeners movie when she goes, "Which negativity would you like to throw on the fire?" And he goes, "Negativity. Do you know what I mean? Thoughts on mental health? Yeah, it's not good for men to have bad mental health. But yeah, obviously more to the point. If you've got anything, talk to someone. And sometimes the best people to speak to are strangers. Don't always rely on your friends to notice stuff, reach out, stuff like that. Do you know, one of the best adverts I've ever watched in my life is them two Norwich fans. And one of them, like, is giving off the impression he's got depression type thing. And then, yeah, one day he puts down a scarf on the other one's seat and it's the other one that's taking his life. Yeah, I don't know why, but that advert always gets me. Shout out from Dublin, bro. What's happening, bro? Dear. Why haven't Chelsea gone in for Eze? Yeah. Yeah. When do I think we're getting a sponsor? Probably fucking never. Probably right at the end of the season. Do you think they would start João Pedro against Palmeiras? Probably not. Just because, obviously, I don't know what Brighton's pre-season schedule would have been like, but I'm pretty sure I heard that he flew to us from Brazil. So I'm guessing he flew to us from his break/rest. So yeah, for those reasons, probably not. I think he'll probably maybe not feature, maybe get 10-15 minutes, which could, turn into best part of 40 minutes, couldn't they? If it went to extra time or something like that. Hopefully it doesn't and we get the job done before then. But yeah, I don't know. Are we getting the Jordan sponsorship? Any news on the new stadium? No. No news as far as I've heard. And in terms of the Jordan sponsorship, then God knows. Tyson Fury is back. Few people on TikTok following the creator. Thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. João Pedro will stink it up for you. Nah, I think João Pedro will be good. Ali followed the creator. Tom followed the creator. Thanks very much. Lars followed the creator. Everyone on TikTok, make sure you are following the creator right now. Get your boxing questions in. I'm going to be live on here now for about another 10-15 minutes. So for the last 10-15 minutes, anything boxing related, anything life related, doesn't have to be football stuff because I'll be going over the old stuff that I've already spoke about now. And me and Josh be in the studio together soon. When am I boxing next? I don't know when I'm boxing next, to be honest. I'd be ready to go now. I'm probably about 20 pounds over the fight weight or something like that right now. So yeah, I mean, I can get like 10 of that off in a week of just training hard. And then yeah, I went on Dean's live and he pretended he didn't know you. He's bottling hard. Yeah, Dean's a shithouse. Dean knows. Dean, I'm trying to have a look now where he even said it. Yeah, Dean knows the score, man. Dean met me in person and he shit himself. 135 you fight at? Yep, 135 is what I'm fighting at. But 155 or whatever is probably what I'm wearing now. No, we love Dean. Nah, fuck Dean. He was actually alright when I met him, Dean. He was actually alright, but yeah. Oh, God, look. Now I'm getting done for bullying again. Your live is flagged for harassment and bullying. Oh, God. Restricted audience. There we go. I need to stop talking about boxing, man. Every time I talk about boxing, I say something about someone. I go, oh, nah, fuck him. Whatever. I get, yeah, I don't know. Am I a fan of UFC? I think that I'm just a casual MMA fan. So, like, I was a fan of McGregor, Nate Diaz, Masvidal, these sort of guys. Sometimes, like, I'll watch, I don't know, Paddy, Sean O'Malley, people like that. If Tom Aspinall, not that he fights all that often, but if he was to fight, I don't know, John Jones in Ghana when he was going, I'm a casual MMA fan is the best way to put it. Thoughts on men doing therapy? Is it good? Was for me, yeah, was for me. Eamon, I remember you, Eamon. You should do it as well because you've been saying about stuff like this for probably coming up years. Who's on the shirt? No one. What's my favourite TV show ever? Now it's getting more like it. This is going to be the last 10 minutes. Only random questions. Favourite TV show? I think Breaking Bad does top it for me. I think Breaking Bad's got to be the one. But early seasons of The Walking Dead, first sort of 4 or 5 seasons, I thought were terrific. Terrific little bit of TV. But if we're going on the UK, I'm going to say The Office. Bro doesn't know John Jones retired. No, I'm just saying when I used to watch it. So that's the same way I said Masvidal. I said a load of fighters that are non-active when I was saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm a casual. Like, I watch fights when, you know. Do you have a girlfriend? I do keep that part of my life on the down low. UV Rory Jennings, when? Oh my God. Who's your favourite boxer? Currently, right now, I mean, my favourite's always Tyson Fury. But right now, most excited about to watch, probably Moses Hatoma. I've got a thing for the heavyweights. I love heavyweights. I love seeing a good knockout. Do you believe people don't care about mental health issues? Everyone says no one cares. No, people do care. People do care. Where'd you get the top fry, bro? Gatwick Airport. Gatwick Airport I got this from, I believe. Danny Drinkwater from Wish. Hi Joey, what do you think about Dave Allen fighting Mike Oxlong for the WBA Eliminator? Mike Oxlong's hard, tough, can be badly beaten, but, you know, always pulls through. So, yeah, interesting matchup. What about Inoue? We love Inoue. Sorry, let's have a little look on here. Jordan Bailey, how's the family doing, bro? How you been doing? Yeah, all good, bro. All good, yeah. Family's all good. Everyone's all good. Same old, really, innit? Just trying to make this money since the Misfits fight. Get YouTube and everything going. Top countries you visited. I would say, from a hospitality standpoint, I'd say all of or most of the sort of Middle Eastern countries. So like Dubai, Saudi, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi. My favourite in terms of like just to be in and chilling would be Thailand, and then I just love Tenerife, innit? I just love Tenerife. Game of Thrones or Peaky Blinders? Game of Thrones. Any travel plans? No, not really. Are you religious at all? Not really. How should I buy Chelsea tickets? I get this question a million times a day. I don't know. Walking Dead for me finished when Glenn died. Yep. Gay or straight? Me, straight. Uh, Did you ever watch Misfits, the best British show ever? Mate, I used to love Misfits. And I'll tell you what, I used to love, what was her name? Alicia from Misfits. Oh, she was terrific. Absolutely terrific, that girl was. But yeah, Misfits was on when I was at high school. So yeah, I used to watch it. What was a funny one's name? Nathan, proper joke. Ever gonna make a training vlog? Meh, maybe, probably not. Don't know. Big up Trinidad. Right, let's have a little look over the thingy. Am I fighting on Misfits again? Yeah, I'm sure I probably will. Like, but I couldn't tell you when. Because I don't know when. Opinion on Lego Head. Who's Lego Head? I don't even know who Lego Head is. Back in the pain game. Yeah, soon enough. Adam Azim, very, very good boxer. Very good fighter. You look like Kambosos. I can't see it, but I've had that a couple of times. Kind of look like Randy Orton. Yep, I've had that a couple of times. What mic do you use? A Shure SM7B. Joseph, what's happening? Would you prefer footy or boxing? Obviously to do boxing, but I mean, to watch boxing. But then there's just something about football. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard. Like, what do I prefer? Nah. If you said to me, what did I get more enjoyment out of? Tyson Fury beating Klitschko or 2012 Champions League final? I'd say 2012 Champions League final. So for that reason, it has to be football. But just day to day, to watch everything would be boxing. But for some reason, football's just in there. It's in the heart. Have I been to India? No, but I'd like to. Apparently, things are very cheap and your money goes a long way. I remember when I first went to Thailand, like, your money used to go so far, and then the difference now is just mad. Right, people, last 5 minutes tops that I'm doing on this. Have you ever clashed with Geordie or Josh over anything? I mean, we disagreed over loads of stuff, because that's what friends do, and you just sit and chat. But no fallings out. Favorite fighter of all time would be a prime Roy Jones Jr. for me. Phantom following the live creator. Thank you very much to everyone that's followed the live creator on TikTok. Really appreciate that. Need that done. When are you getting into the ring with Jake Paul? He needs to be taught a lesson. Jake Paul is about £100 heavier. Fights about that? Nah, about £70 heavier than me. Do I know who GBFC is? Yeah, of course I know George. Why was Frank Bruno mates with Jimmy Savile? Fuck no, it's weird, isn't it? But then, you know, when these things come out, everything's weird. So, yeah. Harrison Kennedy, nice one, bro. Arrow followed the creator, thank you. Did you see the Andre Ward Roy Jones debate? Fantastic video. No, I haven't seen that, but I should see that. I should have a look at that, because that sounds like it would be a good video. Andre Ward against Prime Roy Jones Jr. What a fight that would be, eh? What a fight. Thanks for answering my question. No problem. Right, people, I'm going to jump off of here. But we've had a good run in. We've done 40 minutes. I'll literally give you your last few to get him in. Last few to get him in. But we've done good. Let it hit over 40 minutes, and then I'm going to jump off of this. Dubois, Usyk 2. Who will win? I do think that Dubois will have a much better chance this time out. I think he'll come with more ambition, more belief, and he'll have acquired that belief from the experience he's gained in big fights. And that will serve him well. But they weren't Usyk. And that's the problem. Alexander Usyk is a completely separate entity to anyone that Daniel Dubois has beaten, no matter how impressive those wins have been. Because stylistically, when you get in there, what happened before means nothing. It's all about what you've got in front of you now. So form is a great way of predicting fights and probably the best way of predicting fights, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it's gonna give you the edge like people think that it could for Dubois. And it's not like Usyk isn't on great form. He's coming off back-to-back wins against Tyson Fury, and before that beating Dubois and AJ and everyone. So yeah, I'd have to back Usyk, but I do love Dubois and I hope it is Dubois. Who do you think wins between Fox and Cray Cray? I think if the fight was to happen at this very second right now, Fox has the capability to win, the skill set to win, but might lose out just on experience. But I think if it happens down the line, then I think by that point Fox will gain that experience and he'll win that fight. Because I think there is the blueprint to beating Cray Cray. But do I think that Fox could nail that blueprint on the first try straight away right now? Not sure. But he has the capability to. Good enough coach to. Good enough fighter to. So it's not a thing of do I think he can do it? Because the answer to do I think he can beat Cray Cray is yeah. But do I think he would do it on the first attempt? If it was right now, I don't know. I don't know. But if it was, you know, in a year or so, then yeah. Hamza Shiraz versus Edward Berlanga. Who do I think will win? Well, I really hope Hamza Shiraz, because I really like Hamza Shiraz, and Berlanga does my head in a little bit. But yeah, I think Shiraz will get it done. I'm interested to see how he does with the step up in weight. Silly question. What did you get up to today? Details. I woke up about 6, and then I worked on a laptop till like, I don't know, what time did I work on a laptop till like 2 or something like that, I think. And then I had a nap, and then I carried on working. I've worked all day. I've just worked all day. Haven't left the flat. Have I left the flat? Don't think so. Petrovic to Sunderland is scandalous, yeah. Alex followed the live creator. Thank you very much, mate. How do you feel about Shakur Stevenson? Do you know what? I was walking down the road in LA, and I'm just like walking along. Like, when I say bumped into someone, literally, he just started walking along next to us, and Travis went, "Oh shit, Shakur," and we were like, "Oh fucking hell!" And I'm thinking, this fella's my weight, lightweight, yeah. He's a good size, to be fair. He's a good size. Like, he was a fair 2 inches taller than me, and I'm quite a big lightweight. Yeah. Hamza Shiraz repping for Ilford. Do I think we could go all the way in the Club World Cup? 100%. Especially when you look at the draw now. Man City going out. How's your week going? Hope your spirits are high. Week's been alright. Yeah. Just been working. I've just come back from holiday, innit? I went out to Marbella. I went on a family holiday to Marbella. So since I come back, I've just been working so much. So much so that I haven't even been training as much and whatnot. Just trying to work as much as I can, because you just want to get that wheel turning straight away again. So, yeah. Right, but people, listen, I am going to jump off of here. Trying to do live streams for you as much as I can, really. So, please, if you're not already, subscribe on YouTube. If you're not following the creator on TikTok, I've got 47 of you in here. Follow the live creator, please. It's really easy for you to do. But the more of you I get in here, and I'm very, very close to that 10k mark now, the more of the live streams I'm going to be able to do on TikTok, the more content I'm going to be able to bang out, and on YouTube as well. I'll just be doing shorter sort of boxing content. So I want to do more boxing content, but it's just trying to find the time to get it all done.